we already had Workflow Builder for years, but the thing is, like, it's still hard to use because, like, you have to figure out. And when you only have the prompt, it's just people just write whatever comes to them, but they don't even have to like spell it. They just type something and it works because AI understands everything. So that's the magic part. If you write a prompt that doesn't work, just change your prompt and redo it.
Hi, my name is Demetri Panici, and I'm a content creator, agency owner, and AI enthusiast. You're listening to the AI Agents Podcast, brought to you by Jotform, and featuring our very own CEO and founder, Aytekin. This is the show where artificial intelligence meets innovation, productivity, and the tools shaping the future of work. Enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the AI Agents Podcast. In this episode, we are going to be diving into some interesting tools. We're going to be talking about the N8N Agent Workflow Builder, why you need to try it out, and why you also might want to try out another super new and fun thing that we have going on at Jotform. How you doing, Aytekin?
Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I was really impressed. Like this new Workflow Builder, Agent Builder, just came out. I think like last week, and I was really excited to try it out. And yeah. I think it's a good thing to feature because it makes your job so much easier to automate stuff. You just write your prompt and it just creates this agent. It creates this workflow for you, includes the agents in it. So it's just really easy way to build an agent. So I think it's going to be an exciting episode to feature them.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, I mean, just to kind of kick things off, I think it's important to note that, there's a lot of tools out there right now in the world of AI agents, AI agent builders, especially in automation. So what I'm going to try to do is just in the simplest terms explain what's going on, what's the opportunity here, what's the new kind of things that we think are, I guess, good about it, what we do versus what they do, all that kind of fun stuff. So to kick things off, let me just pull up my screen here. Trying to get the right tab shared. I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. All right, so N8N is essentially imagine if you took make.com, made it more advanced, made it a little bit better price per cost, maybe slightly more technical. And a big learning curve for people was the building, okay? Now, what we're talking about in this episode, as I mentioned, the name is the Agent Workflow Builder, the AI Agent Workflow Builder, right? So what does that mean? Well, the AI agent capabilities of this tool are really powerful, but it's difficult and confusing to some as to how one would maybe launch the launch the workflows that they'd want, because you have to get it off the ground somehow. You have to build it. And unfortunately, for the average person, that's not the easiest thing to do, but they've managed to make it easy. So the Workflow Builder turns your natural language prompts into working automations. So you can describe what you want to build, and N8N will essentially generate a draft workflow by adding and configuring nodes and writing up the logic for you. From there, you can refine, expand, or adjust the workflow directly in the editor. So for example, you can press build with AI. You see they have a little template here that's like build a pipeline that accepts PDF, CSV, or JSON files through an N8N form, chunks it into token segments, generates embeddings, and stores it in a vector database. And then boom, right? We have a complete workflow made, right, automatically. That is the worst quality I've ever seen in regards to a video. I thought this would be better. But I think you get the
Hey, show us that on the homepage, they actually had like screenshots. I think they were even better.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say that was weird. And I can show you an example real quick just in the app so that it's easier.
At the top, like there was, okay, show your example. That's better. Yeah, I mean this one. Like, these are actually looking great.
Yeah. So imagine just typing a prompt, for example, when I say this one, you can be like, when a new IT ops can onboard new employees. So when a new form submission is in N8N, like imagine this was the prompt. Make a AI agent that onboards a new person on the team And if they are a manager, add to some channels. If they're not a manager, update their profile in Slack, right? So it's pretty interesting how you can come up with the ideas. Like, for example, this is one I made, and it's actually pretty easy to make these, but I'm going to press save so I don't lose this. But I can go to here, press create workflow. I apologize, sorry. I already did this. So I basically said, let's make a news summarizer. So what this does is it made an AI agent that essentially summarizes the world news and tech news from the last 24 hours. Skip your comments. Title should be world news, etc. Limited to 10 bullet points. Start it today. And then it has a OpenAI model that it connects to. The AI agents in general, how they kind of work is you have the ability to connect it to a specific chat model. Like here we have GPT 4.1 mini, which is like free with N8N credits. Obviously, you can add your own API key and whatnot, but this is kind of the default that you get. And then you can also connect what's called memories and tools. So memory includes things like storing stuff inside of N8N, which is really convenient. Referencing other different things like MongoDB, chat memory, Postgres, a couple other things that you're probably familiar with, but the simplest thing is to just like add the memory inside of here. But I don't really need this for the context of this agent.
So the AI agent is kind of like an employee. If you can think of it as like an employee, you can give it any task that you want to give, and as long as you can give it the tools that could help that AI agent to accomplish those tasks, it can actually do that. So basically, what you are actually doing here is you are programming, but you are programming without actually writing code. You are programming by just, if you think about it, programming is like, basically it's a language. It's like when you're writing code, you're translating your language, human language, English, to machine code. And basically you are telling computer what to do. But in this case, now we have this AI that can both understand humans, but also can turn that into machine language and execute it. So this means, and it's basically an automation. It can work anytime, anywhere. So basically, what we are doing is we are writing code here, but it's the ultimate no code that without writing code, you are able to kind of instruct AI what to do. So that's why I feel like this is like the possibilities are endless. There's just like so many things you can do with this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you're spot on with all that commentary, and it has the ability, like I said, to have an AI model, the memory, and then last but not least, tools. So as you can see, it automatically added a couple different tools here, which are RSS. So reads data from an RSS feed. So The Verge is a common. I don't know if you guys are familiar with The Verge, but it's essentially I'll pull up the website real quick just to show what it is. It's like a tech blog. Oh, I pressed close. Of course I did. It's a tech blog. Sorry. So if you see this now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So it's a tech blog, as you can see. All right. And then let's scroll through, as you can just take a look, right? So it's pulling it from here. And then it's also pulling from, if I'm not wrong, I think it's pulling from another one. Trying to share this tab instead. Sorry, my screen sharing is bugging out. There we go. It's also connected to another tool. So BBC which I'm guessing is a specific like world tech news blog as well, right? So it's just getting the RSS feeds.
BBC International to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. BBC International News World. And then that's what it added by default. And then it has other options for tools. You can code a tool by writing a tool in JSON or Python or JS or Python, so JavaScript or Python, which is really cool. You can call an N8N workflow tool. You can use MCPs, which is really big. You can use different vector stores. Referencing different databases is always a thing in anything like this. And that's why I think it speaks to your comment about, is this an employee, right? Because, you add, obviously something like, what's it called? Anthropic just released their new SDK capabilities the other day, right? I feel like this is something you could add tool-wise onto what you're doing here. You can reference an Airtable database. You can reference Notion database. You can essentially do whatever you'd imagine has the ability for it to take action and get info, right? And then parse it with the AI model. And then from there, at the end, it'll output a news summary for this example. So let's just run this workflow so you guys can see how it works. Tech news, world news. It's running through. So as you can see, it grabbed that stuff from the tools, did this here, executed successfully. All right, so let's open this up. All right, so this is the input output. So let me just, sorry, I actually only pressed the one part. So I'm going to press execute. Right click here. I should have just pressed execute workflow. I just misclicked. So as you can see, this is the output. So world news, the US announces new sanctions on countries that I will not state to avoid awkwardness on the podcast. France is reportedly backing away, blah, blah, blah. So this is like more world news.
You can probably read it easily, like if you click on that table at the top instead of JSON.
No, it is actually
table?
in
Okay.
table. Yeah, JSON's this one. So let's talk more about this. So by the way, just to point out, I could totally, I think to probably clean this up, because this is what the automation made, I probably would, just for the sake of this, remove world news. So we can focus on tech for us. And then like if there's any big AI blog RSS feed that we could find to add, we totally could do that, right? It's like something that I think would be something big to do. So we could always find that and replace that. But if I run this again, it'll just focus on the tech news. And then just to point out, I obviously had this set up automatically, but I can have this running on a recurring basis. So I'm getting news reports, stuff like that, right? So no recent world news. Blah, blah, blah. Fujifilm announced a new camera. That's cool. Pokemon introduced Mega Evolution cards. Nice. There's new MEV1 cameras that released. Leisure unveiled the Nano Gen 5 Signer device. OpenAI's ChatGPT Atlas browser team is working on improvements including profiles, tab groups, ad blocker, and enhanced AI agent performance. Espresso 15.6 portable monitor reviewed as transformative for remote work with a thin light. You know what? I actually own this. That's funny. That's actually funny. So The Verge made an article on this guy. I do, and it came out 5 hours ago, this article.
What would make this more powerful is kind of like if you added the memory to kind of know about what you care about, and then just filter out, and which the AI can easily do, filter out all the news and just show you like the stuff that you would be interested in. And how can you find like what you're interested in? I don't know, maybe from your browser history, from your emails or something like that. Then it can probably just show you the interesting stuff, like, just like this monitor, that whatever products you use, you would probably want to hear news about them.
Yeah, like for example, if you're doing if I had pulled up some other blog or some other article getters, and I was doing a physical tech blog, right? or not tech blog, physical tech podcast. Like I could get updated on it through the N8N tool because a couple things just got released. Like Apple announced the M5 MacBook Pro. This could be something to reference. So if it's all like a physical tech blog, yeah, you could totally change the workflow to be focused on the physical side of things. And for our podcast, obviously we're focused on AI agents. So it's all about what you want to do, and adding more memory or changing the prompt so that it's focusing specifically not on world news and tech news, but just specific types of tech news. And, obviously upgrading the model rather than using the free model would be helpful too. So that's going to do a better job. But yeah, overall, that's kind of how you can set one of these up. And it even, which is cool, gave me an example bonus and optional ones. So this is a little tag. You can add like little tags to the spot here. And
so what can you add to an AI agent? I see that ChatGPT or chat model. I see memory and I see tools. Are there any other types of things that you can add here, or are these like okay? These are all the things that you can.
The tools is
Inside,
a
of course,
very
these are all tools,
extensive.
right? These are all tools.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
are there any other like types like AI model and then the memory and tool? Are there any other things that is possible to add to an AI agent on N8N?
No, that's pretty much it. It's just the tools are extremely extensive.
Yeah,
A
it covers everything,
lot.
right?
It covers everything, especially with, and this is where MCP kind of comes in,
Yeah.
right? The ability to reference endpoints and then have it with a model break down the information extensively, right? That's the key thing to note here, and the capabilities and why it is such a positive thing. And then after the agent runs, you take the output, you put it here, or in the case of this, right? What you can do is an example that it gave us is we can give the output summary to send it to our own personal email as like a daily newsletter for ourselves or something like that, right? And the rest of the tool has the ability to do a lot of different AI capabilities, obviously more AI agents. It can connect with models. It has the ability to AI classify stuff. It does a really good job, I think, as a product, adding little bits of AI here and there. Has human in the loop. A lot of really cool capabilities that other tools don't have right now. So if I were you, I would definitely check out this new AI agent builder and mess around and try to build something that can get you some quick wins in your day-to-day right now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna also share something interesting. At Jotform, we have been working on something very similar. So I'm gonna share those as well, and I'm gonna compare it to this one. So this Jotform already has this feature called workflows, because like even though Jotform's in the forms business, we call it we say like every journey we start with a form, but there is like all these next steps, right? So Jotform workflows kind of help you with that. It starts with a form. Maybe you need to get a payment. Maybe you need to do approval. Maybe you need to get it signed. Get the document signed. Maybe you need to send an email, do some conditional stuff. So we have this approval stuff, and we actually have been on a beta. On beta, we actually did exactly what the N8N did, and this is what our looks like. And basically, you can just put your prompt here. So my prompt is when someone sends a feedback on our launch party feedback form on Jotform, analyze the rating and feedback, and then send an email to Aytekin@jotform.com about it. So this is my prompt. I send it. And basically, it's just going to build me a workflow. Whilst working on this, I'm going to show the exact same prompt on N8N Workflow Builder. So you can click on Build with AI, or you can use this, N8N AI on the right side. So there are like you can ask questions to it, like it's just like a help bot, or you can just ask it to build stuff for you. And there are some examples here, and you have also shown us one example. But basically, I will enter the same prompt here when someone sends a feedback on our launch party, feedback on Jotform, and basically, and I'm using the free version. So just I still have some credits left, and I will go ahead and do that. And basically, this is also working on it. While this is working on it, let's go back to Jotform. Okay, so we can see it. Actually, it's very horizontal, so I'm gonna change this a little bit. Basically, how do I change this? Okay, I will just do this. So it looks better. Maybe zoom in a little bit. Okay, so starting with the feedback form. So we have this feedback form, launch party feedback form, and we have this rating field, basically. And it starts with this feedback form. It analyzes feedback. It's asking me to improve it, enter some details here, sentiments here, good or bad. I could enter them here, and okay, there's some error. This is still in beta, but I
Hmm.
wanted to share it because just N8N just released something very similar. But yeah, I'm not going to focus on that. So basically, you can add an AI field here. Basically, it added this AI field here, custom prompt here. This is a custom prompt. It's analyzing the sentiment and then the analyzing the rating, because in the prompt I asked both sentiment and the rating, and then it's sending an email to me. And I can do all kinds of stuff here. I can improve this workflow. I can also integrate with all these other products. So pretty much, if you already have a Jotform, you probably may not need N8N. Jotform already covers all these stuff, but it also covers all these, included features like approvals, Jotform sign, all these things like this, or document generation. So this is what it looks like at Jotform. Let's go back to N8N. Okay, looks like it finished it. Uh, so I asked for the prompt, searching nodes, edit nodes, connection node, updating parameters, how to set up. So basically, once you do that, you go here and you can actually connect it with your Jotform account. You can click on it, enter your form ID first, like maybe enter your credentials. Um, the same way it connected with Gmail because I wanted to send an email.
Hmm.
So as you can see, I also need to connect with ChatGPT. I can edit the tool here if I want to. And basically, this also created me this workflow for me. So I think it's just beautiful. Like just automation is so simple with all these tools, and whether you use like N8N or the Jotform workflows, just like you can automate stuff very easily and just save so much time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's interesting that we're starting to build out more and more capabilities that we hadn't had before. I think it's exceptionally cool that, I guess, the world that we're living in with AI, as we started the podcast, was agentic in name only, maybe, and now we're continuing to see improvements from our own product, where when you have little bit by little bit, right, adding to the autonomous nature of this, it shows you more and more. We're going to get to AI agent capabilities, I think, not only in terms of people like me being able to build out like real nice, cool AI agents, but I mean, this is like very accessible stuff nowadays. I feel like when we started working on this, it wasn't as accessible, but now we're getting to the point where it's like, wow, this was pretty dang, this is pretty dang accessible now.
I mean, we are actually getting some real work from AI now. Like,
Mm,
so there's this whole discussion about either AGI is coming or AI is a bubble. But I think just the truth is somewhere in the middle. The truth is AI is improving all the time, and Now all these like different products like Jotform, N8N, all these different SaaS products or new startups are using AI to build real products that help real people do real work. So it's not the AGI or the AI bubble, it's actually the real work that's important. And these tools, like these workflow builders, are amazing if you're just trying to automate the everyday tasks that are like, burning your day and like wasting so much of your time that you can just focus on like things that really matter to you as opposed to all the repetitive stuff. So I think this is really exciting. And just it takes time. Like people are expecting everybody to start using AI and every tool to become AI, but it's like it takes so much time to like build all these products and like make them work. It's really hard to make them work. Like just you can slap something together, but like to make them work, like there's really big work behind. And because AI is not magic, AI is like it's amazing, but it's not magic. So you still need to get it to work. And I think it's just all these products that are making AI work. You know, it's amazing.
Absolutely. No, I think that you're pointing out a really key thing here, and that this kind of came up in a lot of the conversations we had with people about the MCP type stuff. It's not a magic bullet, like yet. And I think that the reason because of that is because it takes a lot of coding, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time to make things how we'd want to make them, right? And I, all due respect to people who are like, oh, well, I think we should just have it work. It's like, well, we have the capabilities. We just need to apply the tech better. It's like, well, I mean, practically speaking, it's getting there, right? It's just, you have to be patient in this or else, I mean, it's not going to really work out, in my opinion, that amazing if you're just like over indexing always on like rushing to make everything perfectly hands off and whatnot. You have to do the most with the tools that you have. And what I really like is that it seems like N8N and obviously us at Jotform are trying to make the tools that we have more accessible rather than pitching it as a magic bullet. So,
yeah, I mean, we already had Workflow Builder for years, but the thing is, like, it's still hard to use because, like, you have to figure out, and when you only have the prompt, it's just people just write whatever comes to them. But they don't even have to like spell it. They just type something and it works because AI understands everything. So that's the magic part is that like you don't, and you can always if you write a prompt that doesn't work, just change your prompt and redo it. And it's just so flexible. So it's not rigid like the old days. Like the software was rigid in the old days. To use software, you had to learn it. To use software, you had to like follow its like structure. But with AI, it's you can make it work as you want it. Uh, I don't think we are still there. We are still like all these products are just coming out with these features and improving them. But in a few years, I can see you know products being so easy to use because of AI.
back in my day, I used to have to download all my software. No, seriously though, back in your day,
Back in my day, we had to like we would get this floppy disk and put it in the computer to actually run the software.
which is wild to me that it's changed so much so quickly. So kudos to all the good work we're doing at Jotform and that we're doing everywhere else. So I guess, with that being said, is there any other comments you have before we kind of close this episode out?
I think it's really exciting times. Yeah, definitely. This is a big improvement. N8N Agent Builder. They did a good job, and we are going to try to catch up with them with our workflow builder as well. But it's all good. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for spending time here with us today. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
See you the next time. Bye bye.